It is a strange and beautiful phenomenon how a room can be filled with noise, yet two people can be having a completely silent conversation. You have felt it before, that undeniable hum of energy, that sudden shift in the atmosphere when someone enters your space. It is electric, it is weighted, and it is almost entirely unspoken. This is the world of nonverbal chemistry, a language that exists beneath the surface of every interaction we have. Most men, however, are walking through these moments partially blind. They are listening for the words, the direct declarations of interest, but those words rarely come first. Instead, women communicate through a complex, beautiful tapestry of gestures, glances, and energy shifts. If you do not know the code, you are missing out on a world of connection that is literally begging for your attention. This is not about some secret manipulation or a game of cat and mouse. It is about human nature. It is about how we are wired to test the waters before we dive in. For a man, navigating this can be one of the most frustrating experiences, knowing there is something there but not quite being able to put your finger on it. You feel the pull, but you hesitate because you do not want to be wrong. You do not want to overstep or misinterpret friendliness for attraction. But here is the hard truth. By the time she says it out loud, the moment of peak tension has often passed. The real magic happens in the subtlety. Today, I want to help you fix that blindness. I am going to act as your mentor, your guide through the silent signals that women use to indicate they want you to step up and lead. We are not looking for one single sign, we are looking for the pattern. When you learn to see these 7 indicators, you stop guessing and start leading. You move from a place of uncertainty to a place of grounded masculine confidence that women find absolutely irresistible. This is not just about dating, it is about understanding the deep rhythmic dance of attraction that has existed for thousands of years. Let us pull back the curtain and look at what is actually happening when a woman is giving you the green light, even when she is not saying a word. 1. She finds every possible reason to be in your physical space. This is the first and most fundamental sign of attraction. Think about how we move through the world. We generally protect our personal space. We keep a distance from strangers and we maintain a polite gap with acquaintances. But when a woman is interested in you, those boundaries begin to soften and blur. She will find ways to enter your orbit that seem accidental, but are actually driven by a deep, subconscious pull. Maybe she chooses the seat right next to you in a half-empty room. Maybe she just happens to be heading to the kitchen at the exact same time you are. Or perhaps she lingers in a conversation way past the point where the actual information has been exchanged. I remember a time when I was at a large professional networking event. There was this woman who I thought was just very focused on the snacks. But every time I moved to a different group, she somehow ended up in the same circle within 3 minutes. She was not following me in a way that felt creepy, but she was definitely mirroring my trajectory across the hall. This is her way of creating a surface area for an interaction to occur. She is putting herself in a position where it is easy for you to speak to her, easy for you to notice her, and easy for you to take the lead. If she is constantly there, it is because she wants to be found. She is testing to see if you will notice her presence and, more importantly, what you will do with it. Most men see this and think it is just a funny coincidence. It is never a coincidence. It is an invitation to engage. She is creating a vacuum, and she is waiting for you to fill it with your presence. 2. Her gaze lingers just a bit too long to be considered casual. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but in the world of dating, they are the primary signaling tool. When you catch a woman's eye, pay attention to the exit. Does she look away instantly with a neutral expression, or is there a tiny delay? That microsecond of lingering contact is where the attraction lives. It is a sign that she is processing you, that she is curious about you, and that she is inviting you in. You might notice her watching you from across the room, only to look down with a small, shy smile when you catch her. Or, during a conversation, she might fixate on your eyes with an intensity that feels slightly more heavy than a normal chat. This is intentional. She is gauging your reaction. She wants to see if you can hold that gaze, if you can stay present in the tension, or if you will look away nervously. A man who can hold eye contact with a warm, confident smile signals that he is comfortable with intimacy and that he is not intimidated by her beauty or her interest. On the flip side, if you are constantly looking down at your shoes or scanning the room because you are nervous, you are telling her that you are not ready to lead. Eye contact is a challenge and a gift. When she gives it to you, she is handing you a thread. It is up to you to pull it. 3. She finds your most mediocre jokes absolutely hilarious. We have all had those moments where we say something that isn't particularly clever, yet the person across from us erupts into genuine, warm laughter. This is one of the most reliable indicators of pre-attraction. Laughter is a social lubricant. It signals that she feels safe, comfortable, and eager to please you. When a woman is into you, her brain is literally flooded with feel-good chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin. This lowers her threshold for humor. She isn't just laughing at the joke, she is laughing because she enjoys the feeling of being in your presence. It is her way of saying, "I like the way you make me feel." If you notice her giggling at your small observations or leaning in with a smile every time you speak, she is building a bridge of positive reinforcement. She wants you to keep talking, she wants the interaction to continue. This is your cue to lean into the playfulness. Do not get analytical and think, "Wait, that wasn't actually that funny." Instead, realize that the humor is just the vehicle for the connection. She is giving you the funny guy badge because she wants to find reasons to stay close to you. This kind of laughter is often accompanied by a light touch or a lean toward you, further reinforcing that she is fully engaged in your world. 4. She uses playful teasing to test your frame and build tension. This is where a lot of men get tripped up. They think that if a woman is poking fun at them, she doesn't respect them or isn't interested. In reality, it is often the exact opposite. Playful teasing is a high-level flirting technique. It is a way to create friction. Think about it. If there is no friction, there is no heat. If there is no heat, there is no fire. When she makes a comment about your choice of drink or teases you about being too much of a troublemaker, she is inviting you into a game. She is testing to see if you are secure enough in your masculinity to handle a little jab. If you get defensive or upset, you fail the test. But if you can fire back with a clever, confident remark and a smirk, you show her that you are her equal. Teasing is a way of saying, "I am comfortable enough with you to be real." It breaks the boring cycle of polite, interview-style dating questions and moves the interaction into a space of genuine chemistry. It is a sign that she is bored with the surface level and wants to see the man underneath. I remember once a woman told me my shirt looked like it belonged to a grandfather. Instead of apologizing, I told her she was just jealous because she couldn't pull off vintage chic like I could. We laughed for 20 minutes about it. That teasing was the spark that led to everything else. 5. Her body language is an open book that pulls you closer. While words can lie, the body almost never does. You have to look at the micro gestures. Is she facing you fully with her heart and her hips? This is known as fronting, and it is a massive indicator of focus. Is she playing with her hair, exposing the soft skin of her neck, or tilting her head while you speak? These are classic biological signals of submission and attraction, but perhaps the most telling sign is mirroring. If you lean back, does she lean back? If you take a sip of your drink, does she do the same a few seconds later? This is a subconscious way humans build rapport. It means she is in sync with your frequency. Furthermore, look at her feet. It sounds strange, but people tend to point their feet toward the person they are most interested in. If her feet are pointed toward the door, she wants to leave. If they are pointed toward you, even if she is talking to someone else, her attention is actually on you. These silent shifts are her way of leaning into your energy. She is creating a physical alignment that matches the emotional alignment she is feeling. If you notice these cues, it is a massive green light to move in closer, to lower your voice, and to intensify the connection. 6. She remembers the tiny, insignificant details that most people would forget. This is the interest archive. When a woman is truly attracted to a man, she pays attention on a level that is almost forensic. She will remember that you mentioned your favorite childhood cereal 3 weeks ago, or that you have a specific goal you are working toward at the office. This isn't just about having a good memory, it is about investment. We only store information about things we value. By recalling these details, she is signaling to you that you are a priority in her mind. She is showing you that she has been thinking about you even when you aren't around. It is her way of building a narrative together. When she brings up something small, you said she is testing to see if you will notice her effort. She is saying, "I see you, I hear you, I am paying attention." For a man, this is a golden opportunity to show that you are also invested. Acknowledge it. Tell her, "I am impressed you remembered that." It builds a feedback loop of mutual appreciation that is incredibly powerful. It moves the relationship from casual acquaintance to someone who truly understands me. 7. She creates a vacuum of silence and waits for you to act. This is the final and most important sign. Women will often do all the work to set the stage. They will stand near you, laugh at your jokes, hold your gaze, and tease you. But then they will stop. They will create a pause. This pause is the ultimate test of your masculine confidence. She has given you all the ingredients. Now she is waiting to see if you are the chef who can turn them into a meal. She wants you to take the initiative. She wants you to be the one to ask for her number, to suggest a date, or to move in for that first kiss. This is the moment where many men freeze. They wait for a more obvious sign, like a neon billboard that says, "Please kiss me now." But that billboard is never coming. The vacuum of silence is the signal. She is giving you the space to lead because she wants to be led. She wants to know that if she follows you, you know where you are going. Hesitation in this moment is the biggest attraction killer there is. It tells her that you are either unaware of her signals, or worse, that you are too afraid to act on them. But if you can step into that silence with a clear, decisive action, you have won. You have proven that you are the man she thought you were. You have shown that you are attentive, confident, and brave. That is the moment where attraction turns into something real and tangible. Now, I want to go deeper into the psychology of why these signs matter and how to execute your response with total authority. We often talk about attraction as if it is a random lightning strike, but the truth is, it is a series of small, incremental permissions. Each of the 7 signs I just mentioned is a permission slip she is handing to you. When she stands near you, she is giving you permission to notice her presence. When she laughs at your jokes, she is giving you permission to be more playful. When she mirrors your body language, she is giving you permission to touch her arm or guide her through a crowd. The mistake most men make is that they wait until they have all 7 permissions before they make a single move. By then, the energy has gone stale. You have to be willing to act on the first or second sign. You have to be the kind of man who trusts his intuition enough to take a small risk. Think of it like a game of chess. She has made her opening move by placing herself in your environment and showing these cues. If you do not respond with your own move, the game never progresses. It just sits there, frozen, until one of you gets bored and walks away. This is why you see so many guys who are friend-zoned. It is not because the woman wasn't interested, it is because she was interested. She gave the signs, and the guy did nothing. Eventually, her brain decides that there is no sexual tension there, and she categorizes him as just another nice guy. Do not be that guy. Be the man who understands that attraction is a dynamic process. It requires back and forth. It requires a leader. Many men fear being wrong. They think, what if she is just being friendly? Here is the answer. It is better to act as if she is interested and be wrong than to act as if she is disinterested and be right. If you move in and she truly was just being friendly, she will let you know politely, and you can both move on with your dignity intact. But if she is interested and you do nothing, you lose the opportunity forever. The stakes are high, but the rewards are higher. I want you to start practicing this today. Do not wait for a perfect scenario. Just start observing. When you are at a coffee shop, at work, or out with friends, look for these 7 signs in the people around you. Notice how couples interact. Notice how women signal their interest to men who are paying attention. The more you observe these patterns, the more natural they will become to you. You will stop having to think about it, and you will start just feeling it. It will become a 6th sense, and once you have that sense, your confidence will skyrocket. You will realize that you are not at the mercy of chance. You are a participant in a language that you finally understand. I want to talk specifically about the transition from noticing the sign to taking action. This is the moment of truth. Let us say she has been teasing you and laughing at your jokes. The tension is there. How do you step into it? You do not need a rehearsed line. You just need to acknowledge the reality of the moment. You could say, "I really like your energy. We should definitely do this again sometime." Or, if the moment feels right, you can simply lower your voice and say, "You have a really captivating way about you." This is called naming the vibe. It shows her that you are aware of what is happening between you. It shows her that you are present. Women find presence incredibly attractive because it is so rare. Most men are living in their heads, worrying about what to say next or how they are being perceived. But a man who can just be there, noticing her, responding to her, and leading her, that is the man she has been waiting for. I also want to address the internal resistance you might feel. That voice in your head that says, maybe I am imagining it. That voice is a liar. It is a defense mechanism designed to keep you safe from rejection. But safety is the enemy of greatness. You were not born to be safe. You were born to be bold. You were born to pursue the things you want and the connections that matter. Every time you act on a subtle cue, you are training that voice to be quiet. You are proving to yourself that you are capable and that your instincts are sharp. This is a skill that translates into every area of your life. The same awareness that helps you read a woman's interest will help you read a room in a business meeting or negotiate a better deal. It is all about emotional intelligence and situational awareness. These are the hallmarks of a high-value man. So, as you go out into the world, remember that you are the one who sets the tone. You are the one who defines the interaction. She is providing the melody, but you are the one who has to provide the beat. Without the beat, there is no song. Without the lead, there is no dance. I want you to take this mentorship seriously. This is not just a list of tips. It is a philosophy of engagement. It is about being a man who is truly awake. It is about realizing that every moment is an opportunity to connect and to grow. The truth is, men, most of the time, you are missing signals that have been right in front of you the whole time. Women do not always spell out what they want because the thrill is in the discovery. We rely on subtle cues, energy, and body language to show interest. If you wait for a neon sign or think she is going to make the first move, you are setting yourself up to miss the opportunity entirely. Confidence isn't about being loud or forceful. It is about noticing what is already happening and stepping in decisively. Understanding these subtle signs changes everything. When you recognize that she is lingering near you, holding eye contact, laughing at your quirks, teasing you playfully, or remembering the smallest details about your life, it is your green light. These are invitations, not coincidences. Women want men who see, understand, and act. They are drawn to those who can pick up on the energy and respond without hesitation. Hesitation kills attraction. Awareness and initiative build it. So, here is the challenge. Start noticing. Start trusting your instincts. Step into the moments she is already creating. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting for permission. And take action with confidence. It won't always be perfect, and it does not have to be, but it has to happen. That is what separates the men women are genuinely attracted to from the ones who stay stuck in uncertainty. If you find yourself in a situation where you are unsure, just take one small step forward. Test the water yourself. If she responds positively, take another step. This is how you build a bridge of connection that can lead to something incredible. I have seen countless men transform their dating lives simply by becoming more observant. They go from being frustrated and confused to being successful and fulfilled, and the only difference is that they learned the language. They stopped listening only to the words and started listening to the energy. You have that same power. It is already within you. You just have to choose to use it. I want to hear from you. Share your experiences in the comments. Have you noticed these subtle signs before? How did you respond? Did you miss a sign and regret it later, or did you catch a hint and it turned into a great story? I will be reading and engaging with you because understanding this is a conversation, not a lecture. We are all learning together, and your stories help others realize that they are not alone in this journey. Take what you have learned here, pay attention to the signals, and start making your moves. Women notice, women respond, and the first step, that is on you. This is about more than just finding a partner. It is about becoming the most aware, confident, and capable version of yourself. It is about living a life of intention rather than reaction. When you master this silent language, you master a core part of the human experience. You become a man who can navigate the complexities of social interaction with ease and grace. You become the kind of man that people are naturally drawn to, not just in dating, but in all areas of life. So, go out there today with your head held high and your eyes wide open. Look for the proximity. Look for the gaze. Look for the laughter and the teasing. Look for the body language and the memory. And when that vacuum of silence appears, do not fear it. Embrace it. It is your time to shine. It is your time to lead. It is your time to be the man she is waiting for. You have the knowledge. You have the tools. And now you have the drive. There is nothing standing in your way but your own hesitation. Let that go. Step into the light. The world of attraction is waiting for you to claim your place in it. This is your journey, and it starts the moment you decide to pay attention. Be bold, be attentive, and above all, be the man who acts. I believe in you, and I know you can do this. The signals are everywhere. Go find them, go act on them, and watch how your world begins to change for the better. This is the path of the confident man. This is the way to the life you want. Stay sharp, stay focused, and keep moving forward. I will be right here with you, providing the insights and the honest truth you need to succeed. Let us get to work and make things happen. I will see you in the next one.